was the greatest night in the history of television.
Hey, welcome back to our channel. We have another special video for you here, which is Hallmark Guess That Movie. We talked about this on our Hallmark episode, so if you haven't listened to that, definitely go check that out. We just kind of shit on Hallmark a little bit. We're going to just look at a list of Hallmark titles, and based on the formula that Hallmark seems to have, we're just going to try and guess what the movie's about based on the cover and the title.
Yep.
So we have not looked at any of these plot lines yet. We just compiled a little list of titles that we thought sounded so Hallmarky, and here we go. I went a little more summer themed with mine. We're going to start off with this one. It's called A Taste of Summer. A Taste of Summer.
A Taste
we'll
of
put
Summer.
The image right here or something.
Yeah.
That's clearly going to be chefing.
Yeah.
Some kind of small town chef. So here's what we're looking at just for you.
Oh,
Taste of Summer.
Generic white. All right, perfect.
Sure.
Is that Mila Kunis? No.
She owns a bakery or a small town like coffee shop, or maybe it's the hot spot in town.
Could be the hot spot.
Yeah. One of the two owns it, either he or she. I can't tell based on this picture.
It's hard to tell.
The other one is a patron, a customer coming in, and they find love through tasting each other. It's food.
It's food. It's food. I see cocktails. Mm-hmm. Rather than a bakery, I'm going to assume that it's a French restaurant.
Okay.
I'm getting Pacific Northwest, Seattle, maybe Portland. He's the one who owns the restaurant. She was really active in the Black Lives Matter protests.
Yeah.
So she goes to him and she's like, French restaurants are cultural appropriation and capitalism. She says that to him, and he says, have you ever had a ratatouille? He says to her. He says that to her.
Yeah.
And then they taste each other's love.
I'll throw an alternate in there. I'm thinking mayhaps one of them owns a vineyard.
A vineyard.
A vineyard.
Wow.
And one of them, the other is like a wine tasting connoisseur.
Yeah.
Who comes to town and is like, oh, I'm looking at your vineyard maybe to host my whatever.
A ball, a gala.
Ball. Oh, God. So here is the actual description of it.
Yes.
Gabby Farrar moves to the town of Bright Shore, Massachusetts.
Whoa, way off.
So, yeah.
Way far east. Okay.
Yeah. To open a restaurant after a stint as a sous chef in New York. Upon arrival, she encounters Caleb Delaney, a single father who runs his own restaurant and coaches the girls' softball team.
We forgot so many good elements of a Hallmark movie.
This was a good warm-up. Okay, both restaurants will compete in the Taste of Summer Food Festival hosted in Bright Shore. During the course of the summer, Gabby finds joy in running her own restaurant as she rediscovers her passion and gets to know Caleb.
Of course, that's what that movie's about.
Sure.
No, that's the right answer.
Sure.
There's a lot of components that we missed.
We forgot the moving element. Someone's always moving to a new town. Okay.
Small town. I'm going to go with the Convenient Groom. The Convenient. Now listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
It's really the movie title. The Convenient Groom.
Yeah.
That is legitimately what this movie is called.
Yeah.
Go.
Woman moves to small town and she doesn't really know anybody.
Right.
So she starts to make friends with this guy who has an interesting side hustle, and she has to impress her parents, right? Because there's pressure, there's heat on her for like, when are you going to get married? When are you going to give me grandchildren?
Sure.
She devises this scheme with this guy to pose as her fiance. For some kind of like hometown reunion, summer barbecue thing that she has to go to or whatever. And then the lie continues to have to get deeper and more complex to the point where they literally are like having to get married in front of all these people. But then they realize, you know what? Through all this fakery, we actually do love each other.
Yes.
And we're going to open a restaurant together.
I don't know. If it's not that,
Yeah.
then I don't know what it is.
I don't want it.
I don't know what it is if it's not that. Okay, I think that it goes from the point of view of the convenient groom himself.
Ah, interesting.
He owns a ranch.
Ah, they do a lot of that kind of stuff.
Let's use
in
that
Hallmark.
trope.
Yeah, a lot of ranches.
What she is she's a horse rider for horse shows. Do you follow me?
I'm there.
I'm gonna say that what happens with her horses is they get displaced, and she needs a place to keep the horses and do the practice for the shows, for the horse riding competitions.
Okay.
She's like, I need a place to store these horses. At first, there is reluctance on his part, but then he says, you know what? No charge.
Wow.
No charge. Keep the horses here. And that's where the convenience comes in.
Okay.
Obviously, by way of ranch hand and horse riding and ranch doing, I say they fall in love and they open a restaurant.
Wow. So you really went to the dissecting of each word in the title.
Yeah. Dr. Kate Lawrence, way off.
Wow.
A celebrity relationship expert. This is why they make the big bucks.
Yeah.
God damn, they're good.
Man.
Plans to publicly announce her engagement to Brian, a handsome and perfectly polished businessman.
Always.
As Kate prepares to share the news, Brian shocks her by breaking up with her and calling off the wedding.
What?
I'm hooked. Wanting to save her from humiliation and protect her public image, Lucas Wright, Kate's childhood friend, steps in and pretends to be Kate's fiance. Stars Vanessa Marcil and David. What the are these names? You were much closer.
I was a lot closer.
That was very close.
I like this one. In the Key of Love.
I love that.
In the Key of Love.
Yes. I'm going to go left field here.
Okay.
This is a period piece, guys. This is a period piece, folks, where people like Mozart and Mozart. I don't know any other.
Beethoven.
Sure. Him too. Obviously, there will be a man who is a slightly deranged musical composer. And you know what we need? A little music.
Yeah.
We need the Baroque version of celebrities singing Imagine. He's trying to create the most uplifting piece of music that is going to bring people back to a state of happiness after the Black Plague just ravished Europe. And it's not working because he's still incredibly depressed. He watched his entire family have a virus, an infection, eat them from the inside out. The handmaiden continues to bring him various breads and cheeses and waters and takes his poop bucket out. And he falls in love with her. Big surprise. And that's how he creates his piece of music that brings European people out of a depressive state due to the Black Plague.
Wow.
And gives them the vigor and the power to colonialize the rest of the world.
Wow. You go into such a detail. It's like, this isn't even Hallmark. This is like A24 or
This
something.
is gold.
Yeah. I'm going to show you the picture.
Pay me.
And immediately I know you're wrong. My guess, God, it's so hard to tell from, you got the title and then you have these generic ass movie covers.
Yeah.
My initial thought was that it was going to be something to do with singing, like you talked about. But now I'm wondering if it has something to do with real estate. Just because there's nothing from this picture that would indicate music now that I'm looking at it. I'm gonna venture a guess.
Yeah.
This girl moves to this small town
Okay.
after a divorce. She needs a place to live because she has to open up her small town shop somewhere. So I think she finds this real estate agent, and he's also dealing with his own stuff. He's also in the midst of a divorce. Together, they find a happy home in each other. In the Key of Love. So this is just bad marketing on their part.
Sure.
Hallmark. Because it turns out it is about singers. And there is no indication from that cover photo that this is about singing.
Singing.
So it says photographer Maggie learns her ex-boyfriend, ex-singing partner is in the wedding she is working. Weddings.
Exes.
Tensions run high until they sing together, remembering how good they were as a duo.
It's a rekindling.
Oh, man.
You know, I wouldn't have taken them for a rekindling story.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Yeah. Let's hit them with one more from your list. This is the title, I would say, is the best for last we saved here.
I think this has to be the best title.
I can't even believe that this was greenlit.
Apple Mortgage Cake.
Yeah.
Let me repeat that.
Yep.
Apple Mortgage Cake.
It sounds like a working title that they never changed.
It sounds like one of those fake titles that they use for when they're filming like Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
And they send it out so people don't pirate the movie. And it's like Apple Mortgage Cake.
Yeah.
But it's really Avengers Endgame in there.
Sounds like something Gwyneth Paltrow would name her kid.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Small town girl opens a bakery or owns a bakery.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take a stab and say that her name is Apple.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, mortgage cake. Okay, maybe the bakery is dwindling. Mm-hmm. It's in a downward spiral. She's gonna be out of business real soon.
Right.
So as a last ditch effort to make the mortgage, she makes this cake. Maybe it's like the biggest cake the town has ever seen, as like a fundraiser kind of thing. She just throws it all, and she makes this big cake to save her shop. Now, I'm missing elements here because we have that element.
Right.
But where's the leading white man?
Yeah, where's the like love story, white man love story?
So he comes in because he works for the bank, and he's the one who initially is like, listen, we're going to probably have to close you down. So you got 6 months left of business. Mm-hmm. So she's fighting him this whole way. She keeps coming to him. And he's like, we just can't approve that. I'm sorry. I don't know. We can't give you any more extensions. Through their back and forth, they fall in love. She goes, makes her Apple mortgage cake. And he's like, yeah, we can approve you now. You did it. You saved the bakery.
Perfect. I'm going to go with they're doing a sponsorship with Apple, the company.
All right. I love it.
Because I'm going to say that this movie was also released on Apple TV. She has a bakery. I'm going to go with that too.
Yeah.
But there's an Apple store attempting to buy her out. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would Apple approve this?
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is the Apple store, they're going to be the ones who have a change of heart.
Okay.
They're going to be the ones that say, why don't we work together? So the mortgage aspect of it, I'm just going to say that the mortgage is like a total throwaway part of this movie.
It just has nothing to do with
Nothing to do with it. In the beginning, she says a line like, my mortgage, you know?
Her name is actually Mortgage.
Her name is Mortgage. And at the end, she goes, now I can pay my mortgage. And those are the only mentions of mortgages.
I like it. Let's get it. Let's see what it really is about.
Apple Mortgage Cake. A single mom with 3 sons and a falling down house has 10 days to save their home. So she starts selling a special apple cake that turns her into a media sensation. You were kind of close.
The elements were there.
The elements were there.
Yeah, I had the right recipe.
Yes. So that's Apple Mortgage Cake, but it's on Hallmark Movies Now. A quick plug for Hallmark Movies Now. If you want to waste $10 a month, subscribe to Hallmark Movies Now.
If you ever thought, man, I just have about $10 too much in my bank account.
Yes.
We have the solution for you. It's Hallmark Movies Now.
Mm-hmm. If you want to do meaningless charity that's not going to help anyone, for $10 a month, you can subscribe to Hallmark Movies Now.
If you've ever thought, hey, I want to watch a movie from a channel that plays nothing but their own movies.
Yes.
Throw $10 at Hallmark's movie now, and you can choose any movie you want from their selection and watch it.
Yeah. If you want to help egotistical narcissists in their pursuit to gaslight society, donate $10 to Hallmark Movies now.
There you go. Well, no, this was great. I had fun. This is a good game. I think we could take this further. We could, we want to do this again because Hallmark has far too many movies and they have any right to.
There's plenty.
We also want to touch on Lifetime.
Yeah.
Do this same thing with Lifetime because,
and sci-fi.
And sci-fi,
Sci-fi would be a good one. So if you have any suggestions, right? If you have any suggestions of just god-awful films with great titles, send them our way.
Send them our way in the comments. Let us know if you liked this video or if you're like, guys, this sucked.
Yeah.
Never do this again.
Doesn't work.
Let us know that too.
Absolutely.
Like this video if you did. Subscribe. Hit the notification so you know when we post again. Check out our podcast. It's linked in there. You can find it anywhere that you listen to podcasts. And join us next time. We'll see you around. Apple Mortgage Cake.